Welcome. This is another episode of Top Rope Talk. I am the sniper, Denzel Snipes. To the right of me is the pundit himself, Jacob Christner, and right below is the sports agent himself, Sean Russey. We have a great program for you today. We'll get you out just in time for Raw and also Monday Night Football. All we ask is about 20 minutes. That's it. With that being said, follow us on all of our great You know what? I'll let Jacob do that one because he can be a bit of both too.
Well, our main thing is we are on TikTok, two of them, Sideline 1 Sports and Sideline Sports. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we are on everything that at some certain point that we can be on and stuff like that and gets paid. and we are on every little thing, and then we have an Instagram site, we have all of that.
All right. And so with that being said, we're going to go on to our program, and this is the official WWE War Games Survivor Series War Games San Diego preview show. Of course, next week will be the post-show recap. But as you can see here, it is this Saturday, November the 29th. It's going to be an all-day thing, so get prepared. I know I'm going to have a full day of college football and this going on. So
it's on Sunday. You said Saturday or Sunday?
It's Saturday.
Okay, so yeah, you will have that. I was thinking Sunday would be pro football.
Yeah, I know, right? But we're going to roll right into our preview here, our WWE Survivor Series War Games 2025 preview. Let's start off with, we're going to go from kind of, the smaller ones up to the major ones. So, for the Women's World Championship, Stephanie Vaquer will defend against Nikki Bella. Now, I actually want to start off with Sean on this one because we saw a bit of a turn from Nikki Bella to Stephanie Vaquer. Is this kind of, another thing like how they kind of did with Trish Stratus, not necessarily AJ Styles, but it's like, okay, we'll give respect to the legends. We're gonna give her a title shot and kind of make her in-ring relevant for one night.
I actually think this is a way to maybe bring Liv Morgan back.
Really?
I don't think they're gonna put the strap on Nikki. I think Liv will come out and save the day for Vaquer. It's just it doesn't. Like she obviously has got the turn, so it's hard not to give her the strap, but it's hard to take it off of Stephanie because she just literally got the strap, and it would make no sense as much as you built Vaquer up over the last couple months to win the title. So I think Liv comes out and we get what we were originally supposed to get, 6 months ago, which was Liv versus, I think maybe it was Trish at the time, but so you get Liv versus Nikki, as Nikki being the heel this time.
Okay then, and also, not to mention Stephanie Vaquer. First, she just won the Women's World Championship, and then a month later, she won the Champion of Champions at Crown Jewel. So it wouldn't make sense to take the belt off of her just yet. But are you suggesting that Liv is coming back as a face?
Yeah, I think where Judgment Day is pretty much getting to the end of its rope here. I think more of that will kind of play out in Cena and Dom's last match too. So I don't see her coming back and just immediately joining the Judgment Day. There will be some questions after she helps, Vaquer, and then we'll go down that road for a little bit. But I think we're seeing the end of the Judgment Day here.
You know what? And if at a minimum, if not the end of Judgment Day, we could see a new budding rivalry between Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. But I'll swing it up to Jacob and get your thoughts about this match right here.
He's probably absolutely correct on all that, and I cannot so I don't have anything to say there. But the whole thing I've done with is like whether it's Nikki Bella or Liv or any of that, those are not ones I ever like to see babyface.
Really?
They are. I mean, I remember I said a couple of weeks ago when we were on the shows, I said they are the types that basically give the quarterback what he wants under the bleachers. and it's like, and it's one of those things that it's like, and they also tell the nerd that they'll give the same, and of course not if they do the homework for them. They're type. They are that type, just there, especially with the way Nikki definitely has always danced out on a stage.
Right.
It's. I don't like. I mean, Nikki being a babyface doesn't work. I'm glad she turned. Liv, I don't want that either. I'd almost want those two to team up.
Okay.
I'd almost want them to team up. You know, what do you call them? Let's see. You call them the Heathers. You call them the What was the names of the ones on Recess?
Oh, I forget. Sean?
The Ashleys. The Ashleys.
Ashley's okay.
Yeah, the Ashleys. Call them, to put those two together, call them the Ashleys. That doesn't mean their name is Ashley. It's just they're those types.
Yeah.
They can use you, abuse you, they can con you, they can do all that. They're perfect for that. I just don't want to see them as a babyface.
Okay. So in this matchup, so you have Stephanie retaining, but
yeah, absolutely. It's like, by itself, or they could have a three-way later and stuff. But keep Stephanie where she is or whatever. I like Nikki where she is right now, and I would rather Liv be the heel. So get that figured out.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and move on to our next matchup, and that is Dirty Dom's rematch. The WWE Intercontinental Championship, John Cena will defend against Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Okay, so here's where things get funky here, all right? Because, and I'll start off with Sean, okay? Does he drop the strap back to Dominic Mysterio, or does he retain it and then possibly lose the title in his last match at Saturday Night Main Event?
Oh no, he's gonna lose the last match, so he's gonna lose the last match.
I don't think you can have him go out losing 2 in a row unless he's gonna squeeze one in on Raw or SmackDown real quick before Saturday Night Main Event. But I can't see him losing 2 in a row, so I think he'll hold it to the final match, and whoever wins the tournament ends up, becoming the new IC champ too, which puts a little more, prestige back on that title as well. You're not only taking it from Cena, but going through the tournament, depending, who all you went through, and it's, obviously it's expected to be Gunther, but hopefully there's 1 or 2 more surprises left that we all don't see coming here.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it's funny because should John Cena retain, well, this tournament just became a last time is now Intercontinental Championship, tournament kind of deal. But Jacob, your thoughts about this? Does Cena retain or does Dirty Dom win?
Oh, I could see him retaining against Dom, but it's like I said, because he needs to drop it at the final match and really get there. But the thing is, it's like I just got to say something to the moron fans. Idiot fans. I say it all the time about everything. It's like, this is such a horrible the booking to get him his final matches. It's like, they said that because he got his absolute butt kicked by Brock Lesnar. And it's like, it fits. He barely beat Brock in the one shot he did. He got stomped and he barely beat Brock. The idea of it is, he got one, and then all of a sudden Brock wanted him back and destroyed him again. It's basically like here's the deal. It is basically like our fantasy league. You caught one. Your one win was the top guy in the league. Your one win from our league is the top guy. And that's what happens sometimes. They make a mistake, they catch it, you get the one shot. And that's the whole thing. That's the way it should have happened with Brock and Cena. Cena's no match. It's like, it's just like by itself. Remember, Brock is facing Roman. I loved what they did. Roman caught him, they bumped him, but he went out of the thing, held his jaw, and smiled at him.
Yeah.
I love when he does that. It's like, oh, you got me one. Cool, you're dead.
Yeah.
I like how he does that. It's like, cool. He did it to Goldberg too until he lost.
He did it. Yeah, Goldberg shoved him down. He put him on his wallet, and then again, like you described, Lesnar smiled at him. He laughed, and he was like, "Okay, you got you one. Now you're done." And then Goldberg
got caught. Then he got caught. But I'm like, and that's the way you got to do this. But it's like the way they're doing Cena. I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect the way they're doing Cena. It's like the heel turn. I see why he wanted to do it because he was a heel in OVW and he liked being heel. But only thing I liked about the heel turn was he stayed in his shorts and his shirt.
Yeah, he didn't change his look.
And he came out in just the black shoes that John Cena.
Yeah, that's it.
I kind of like that. It just means you're not giving the people what you want. But other than that, no one wanted the booing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? John Cena had gotten to the status like Triple H had in his career, like Randy Orton had in his career, like The Rock had in his career, like Austin, to where no matter what they do, they're gonna get cheered, and it's out of their legendary status and respect. It happens all the time. Orton can come back tomorrow and turn heel. He's gonna get cheered.
Yeah.
He's gonna get cheered, you know. But actually, you know what? Y'all brought up something interesting because, especially Sean, because he alluded to a Liv Morgan face turn, and Jacob, you kind of rode along with that one. How about this angle? What if she doesn't turn face in the Stephanie Nikki Bella match? What if she turns face in the Intercontinental title match? She comes out there, turns on Dirty Dom.
Oh, yeah. I mean that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's like. But the big thing about it is what I love. Let me say this, and I'm just saying that you have a possibility of doing that. And you think Dom being babyface, right?
Liv turns on Dom and costs him the match.
Well, here's the thing: would it make Dom babyface? Dude, no, but I think because it cost him. It cost him, and there's people that do want to cheer him, and I don't get it. I do though. I don't get it because that physique is just ridiculous. But it's working. It's working. It's like, and it's like that. Is Liv likable enough to be a babyface? I'm just saying that. I mean, because Dom, they cheer him. Some of them do.
Yeah, they do. And you know what? I think I know the reason why they cheer him so is because some fans are assholes. Because you're right. Dom doesn't have the physique like Eddie did. Not near. Or even his dad. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of this wiry looking kid, you know what I mean? But this wiry looking kid finds a way to win every single time. And it's got to piss off everybody who's back there with like these master physiques, and yet here he comes along. Now, don't get it twisted. Dom is athletic as fuck. He's probably just as athletic as his father. You know what I mean?
You know something. What Dom reminds me of, and we'll go to a high school reference again. You know what Dom reminds me of? It's like, how the hell, like with every girl cheerleader in school? How?
Yeah.
And it's like, how? I mean, does he have this big Wang? Does he have, does he have this big Jimmy Wang Yang Wang? You know what I'm saying? Does he have one of those?
Yeah.
I mean, how? I mean, that we don't have an explanation for this. And then the football player tries to bully him and he beats him up.
Yeah.
And but it's like, that's what Dom reminds me of. Is how? And he's even got the mustache. It makes him ugly, but it works. It works. It works.
Sean, your thoughts?
I could see it for sure. I like Rey Mysterio more to get involved in this match than Liv, but I could definitely see it, and you could actually do it either way, because you could have Liv come down to help Dom and attack Cena, and have Rey come down and make sure the ref understands what just happened and nothing goes off at the moment. So you could play her either way there, and then keep her heel at the same time while making her return.
That's true. Okay. Well, we do have to move on here. We have about 5 more topics. So let's get it on. The Women's War Games match. So we got Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, the not best friends, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and another returning AJ Lee going against Nia Jax, Last Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch. Set to be one of the biggest women's War Games matches ever. Sean, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see the match, especially with the two bigger ladies, Nia Jax and Last Legend, really has some strength there. I'm interested to see how they all work. Not with Rhea so much, or even Charlotte, because they're used to working those matches. But Io, Alexa, AJ, I'm interested to see how that all plays out and who's going to be in the ring first. And when are you going to bring like Nia Jackson? Are you going to bring her in at the last minute where she's the last person, or are you going to bring her in when it's going to make it 4-3? But you bring Nia in, it's like bringing 2 in. I think the faces will walk away with it, but I think more importantly, kind of be interesting to see if there's any, turns here. I personally think the Kabuki Warriors, the way Asuka keeps treating the partner, I think eventually we're going to see her just snap and turn on Asuka. but I don't know if we're going to get that in the middle of War Games or we're going to get that during a tag match.
Okay. All right. And Jacob, your thoughts about the women's War Games match?
How I would love to book that. How I'd love to book that is AJ skipping to the ring like we know her and taking everybody out. Do that whole skip. Don't let anybody else touch her for the whole 2 minutes. Don't let anybody else have just to skip around, get cocky, avoid everything, duck everything, and just get all that. Then Nia. Boom.
Nia takes out AJ Lee.
Yeah, Nia runs her over, runs everybody over, and I'm like, boy, that would be you AJ getting so cocky. I mean, I don't think they're gonna do it, but it's like her going 2 minutes, avoiding step and move, all that stuff, and then Nia.
Yeah.
Gone.
Or it could be one of those, like, you know, she finally, like, Nia makes a mistake, right? And then she's, you know, and essentially it looks like Lesnar Finn Balor or Lesnar Daniel Bryan, you know? And just when you think AJ's going to get the upper hand, she gets run over by Lash Legend.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking of getting run over by Nia. Because I was just thinking of getting run over by Nia. You know, especially when she gets into the ring, she's skipping around, barely she gets cocky, doesn't even hear the buzzer, and there's Nia. Wham! Not there goes her advantage. And I'm like, see, so I'm thinking AJ Lee and Nia is the last two. AJ comes in there, skips the stick and move, everything, does a ducks, all that kind of stuff, and skips around, and then gets whacked.
Yeah.
And then the first time she gets nailed is Nia. Because I think it would just be so, because I loved how she came down against Becky Lynch when she made a return. Mm-hmm. You know, the little side eye. You know?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about AJ Lee,
man. She skips a little bit, just like it's sort of got a Harley Quinn deal to it.
Yeah. I mean, if you notice, she has the same face, whether she's pissed off or whether she's just regular or she's happy. It's like you don't know what mood she's in because she has that same look on her face, that same, you know, like you just described. But,
I mean, I'll tell you, she'd be an awesome Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
She'd be an awesome Harley Quinn. It's like you can dye her hair, or you can keep her hair like that.
Yeah,
because it's just those side eyes. You know, you remember the cartoon part? Remember the cartoon part where where she's got Robin and Robin shows a little bit of a surprise. Whatever, remember that part? Mm-hmm. After she's starting to dress in front of him and stuff like that. It's like AJ would be perfect for that part.
Yeah, I can see it. yeah, I can see it. AJ has to end up in a decent, especially since CM Punk's a bit of an actor himself also.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely move on to our what probably is going to be the main event, and that is the men's War Game match. So we've got the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, the Usos, and Roman Reigns. A lot of star power on one side, going against Division. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. Okay, just Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar on the same side for the first time ever. That's enough to make anyone piss their pants, you figure, right?
Well, McIntyre's lost too much to lose. How they piss his pants thing. He's lost too much. He's lost too much. He sells too much for that. But we already know that Brock has to be last, because remember, when he's going long matches, he turns purple.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to leave him for last and to destroy everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, but Sean, your thoughts about this match? Who you think's gonna win, and what you think's gonna happen?
No, I'm gonna lean on what Jacob just said. So I do think the heels win the advantage match tonight. I know Lesnar and Reigns are not involved in the advantage match, but I believe they'll both be involved in the outcome. Even if it's Roman accidentally hitting Punk or Jay or somebody, I do think the heels will go over tonight. Lesnar is the last man in to give him the 5-on-4. Reigns comes in, him and Lesnar probably, unfortunately, you know, eliminate each other or knock each other out, and someone else will get the pinfall. But I'm with Jacob early on. Lesnar's just going to come in on that 5-and-4 for 2 minutes before Reigns come in. It's just going to be suplex, F5, and when Reigns come in, it's just going to be Brock and Roman left standing.
Pretty much. Yeah, the two Titans left standing. What about you, Jacob? You agree that the heels going to win this one?
Yeah, yeah, and I think they'll win the thing. But for one thing, this is the truth. This is the absolute truth. There's on that side right there on the heel side.
Mm-hmm.
There's two guys that can take the pin. That's Paul and McIntyre.
I was going to add to that. If Paul takes the pin, you can have Breakker and Reed have beef with him afterwards on Raw.
Yep. And it's all that stuff. And it's like, and here's the deal: any of the 5 of the babyface can take the pin. They always have.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the heels take it.
Yep. And you know what? But also, here's another angle right here. It doesn't have to be Reigns or Lesnar with the final fall.
Yeah, no, I don't think it will be. I think they'll end up taking each other off the ring, and you're going to see like McIntyre maybe hit Jimmy or even Cody. But I don't think Roman or Brock will be involved in the final decision.
I'm thinking
like,
Cody.
You know, we talked about in the group chat. It's unfortunate because I really don't want to see Brock Lesnar, like Jacob said, 1073 at WrestleMania. I'd rather let's lean into this Punk Reigns thing more, especially since we kind of thought we were getting Triple Threat 2, or we thought we were getting something with Reigns, Punk, and Rollins to kind of finish that story up finally.
Yeah. I'm thinking actually Drew McIntyre gets the fall by pinning Cody Rhodes. Finally getting some get back on Cody Rhodes. But
it'd be his 4th win this year. No, it's good. But, yeah. But no, you know what I want to see at WrestleMania is Lesnar versus Breakker. I mean, I wanted to live toward because truthfully, how many times does Brock to this day with his age still dominate everybody physically?
He's still a mountain of a man at 49 years old.
And he dominates him physically. He dominates him with speed still. And all that kind of stuff like that. It's like, you got to remember, he was faster than Samoa Joe when they had theirs. And that was the closest one to get Brock. And he was still faster than him. What if you get someone that's just as powerful and faster?
Yeah, very true.
And then what if Brock isn't smiling when he feels it for his first time ever?
Yeah.
It's like, absolutely I mean, everybody else, he smiles, even after he's knocked out. Everything like that. What if he doesn't? You're like, oh my God, this is going to be a different one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
yeah, because rarely do you see someone really come close the first time versus Brock. Like you said, they usually get destroyed, and it's a slow build up to maybe they're going to climb the mountain and beat Brock. And usually they get to that last match and then they get really close and they don't make it. Obviously, we've seen Rollins climb that mountain. We've seen Reigns do it. But I think Breakker makes the most sense if you're going to, have Brock launch someone after Mania or during Mania season.
Yeah.
Well, Breakker, let me say this real fast. Braun Breakker needs to work like Brock. Like sell, but he needs to quit doing spots with regular wrestlers. Like that's you sell, then I sell, then you sell. He's too good. He's too fast. He's too everything. He's like Brock. He needs to be the one where, like, remember when he went for the spear and missed, and missed and hit the table?
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be like that.
Yeah.
That's when you get him. It's like someone that moves like that with that speed, that power, that everything. You don't need to go spot for spot. It was like Scott Steiner in his career. It's like that's how Steve Austin did with him. Steve Austin was the same dang size, and he did not get him until Scott made a mistake. It was 12 straight minutes that Scott had him until he made one mistake. That's how you got to do. And they were the same size.
Jacob, what do you think of him trying to be funny at times after he's hit a big move? You think we need to just kind of cut that out and do what Brock does? It's like, come on, bring some more to me instead of, we try to be kind of sarcastic and funny and do this no yeet crap. Like, it just doesn't fit him.
We have CM Punk. We have Cody. We have those guys for that. We need someone. Brock's will be gone soon. We need devastating. You need a devastating dude. It's like he needs to. I mean, if Breakker, if he finally turns babyface after being heel, he needs to destroy Omos.
Yeah. Well, we have. Oh, my bad. Oh, we got 5 minutes left. We got to go through these three
Go
topics
ahead.
real quick. All right, so this is our segment, our Top Rope Throwback Part 1. Oh, Jacob, you'll like this one. November of 1983, Ric Flair defeats Harley Race for the NWA Championship at the first ever Starrcade. Real quick, Jacob, your thoughts?
I loved the match. Loved everything. Hated the back. I hated the thing. It's like Harley spent 25 whatever years, 20 years maybe, and he was 25 of the match. 20 years, his doing interviews, doing everything where he showed absolutely no fear of anyone. Then all of a sudden you do the $25,000 bounty. Why?
Yeah.
You didn't need it. It was a great promo. Phenomenal promo, don't get that wrong. But why? He has shown no fear. He has shown no anything all of those years. How is that even believable that he would need help? That he would need help to get the guy when he never did anything like that before. And it's like, and it wasn't necessary. They had to set up. They broke his neck. Broke his neck on the with the pile driver on the floor. You had to set up. You had to set up. You had everything. What started it all. You didn't have to do the 20. Here's the bounty. It's like, why would Harley need that? If nothing else, Harley should be pissed off that they did it for him.
Yeah. Well, and Sean, your thoughts about this match?
No, I put it on there for Jacob, because I know he's our historian here. But that really caught my eye when it came up on the match, just that it was, Ric Flair and Harley Race, first ever Starrcade. Rick goes over, but like Jacob said, it's kind of some of the stuff we deal with now. You build up this beast, and then all of a sudden you do this thing that's never happened before with a beast, and it's like, why would you compromise his character in that fashion?
Yeah,
and especially when they shook hands after. Why would Rick shake his hand?
And that's the worst of it all, because that pretty much eliminates your beast factor for a long time.
His character.
Why would he shake the hand of someone that wanted dead? And it's like, or wanted out of wrestling. It's like all you needed to do is have everybody else. Everybody else, and you almost have Harley pissed off that they took his day. He wanted to get, and they wasn't even turning bait. That Harley at that point is just basically a tweener. You get respect. He's an old tough guy that wins bar fights at that point. It's like, why does he need to be full heel?
Yeah, true that. So, Top Rope Throwback Part 2, November of 1990, the legendary Undertaker debuts at Survivor Series for $1 Million Man's Dream Team. Sean, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, so this for me, obviously as a kid, I was like, holy cow. Like, obviously he was a very scary character. And then I believe it was a couple weeks later at Texas Tuesday, he defeats Hulk Hogan. So it's like,
1 year later. 1 year later.
Or excuse me, 1 year later. But still at that point, it's like, oh, holy cow, like someone can defeat Hulk Hogan. I know it had happened before, but not a character of that stature. And you're like, how are you ever going to get that belt back?
Yeah.
They did the perfect thing. At Tuesday in Texas, they did the perfect thing. Just like, and then Hogan didn't even beat him with the drop. It was a roll up.
Yeah, and, but as far as their matchup at their WWE title match, the one thing that really got me to this day, and don't get me wrong, it was still great, was how Ric Flair came out there with the chair, and then Taker tombstones him on the chair to win the title. But I'm like, they didn't need to do that. Taker was dominating him the whole match.
Yeah,
there was nothing Hogan could do.
Well, and that was the thing I loved. That was the thing I did respect with Hulk, is when somebody was stronger, he acted like it. Yeah, in his matches, like when they were like remember Yokozuna squashed him.
Yep.
Right.
Yoko squashed him. Undertaker basically squashed him, and it was like, and the big thing is, I do like that part, but it was like, yeah, it wasn't necessary. It didn't, but the biggest thing about it is the fact that I like that Taker, what he did with Jake the Snake Roberts, how he turned babyface. It was babyface without being a babyface. It's like,
right.
It was, I truly believe this is what my thing in another universe is. Taker knew Elizabeth was in front with that chair. Mm-hmm. Taker knew Elizabeth was in front, and if Macho was in front, he wouldn't have interfered.
Yep, true, very true.
It just looks like a baby facing, but it looks like, no, you're going a step too far.
Jacob, was that when he stopped using the body bag? Because he put Hogan in the bag, correct? Because he was still the heel, but
no, he did
no,
not.
he did
There's
not.
no way Hogan would. For one thing, Hogan was a good 310. He wasn't going to try and lift him over.
But he stopped when he turned. When he did the Roberts turn, he stopped using the bag.
Yeah, but see, what my thing was when he turned face and he stopped Jake from using the chair. My thought process, and no one brought it up, and everybody's almost dead, and we're not going to see Vince. But my thought process is there isn't a baby face or heel. He just turned baby face based off the crowd. But he was telling Jake, "You're going a step too far. You're about to hit a woman.
Yeah,
you're about to hit a woman. You're about to hit a woman, and that very, very tiny one, which would have basically taken her head off.
Yeah,
you're about to do that. Macho, I don't think he interferes."
Okay, sounds good. Okay, and real quick, because we're in a bit of overtime here. Our third top rope throwback, November of '94 of Survivor Series. Undertaker defeats Yokozuna in the casket match, and in the traditional Survivor Series match 5-on-5, Diesel eliminates 4 of 5 of Team Razor's members, and then, due to an internal confrontation with HBK, which led to a mass disqualification, Razor Ramon's the sole survivor. John?
Yeah, so I mean, they had the much teased Diesel HBK split happen here. I'm not sure about how they ended it. I would have rather just seen Michaels cost his team the match. Just lay down or take yourself out and take Diesel out with you on the way out with a super kick. In terms of Undertaker and Yokozuna, Chuck Norris was a special enforcer. It's kind of a specialty type match. But it was one of those things where I can't. I think only Kane has defeated Undertaker in a casket match. Is that correct? But I just didn't see Yokozuna beating Taker at that point in a casket match. At that point it was his match alone.
Yeah.
Well, he did it once when like 9,842 heels decided to finally take him down, and then they stuff it. But the thing was they booked that sucker perfectly as far as using Chuck, because Chuck's not going to get hurt at all. That would take his aura completely away. Him standing up to the two giants, perfect. They didn't let him get by, and he didn't have to do anything. Jeff Jarrett can take the bump. It's like the two big heels keep their aura, don't get kicked by Chuck. Jeff Jarrett doesn't give a crap if he takes that kick. He couldn't care less. He couldn't care less. He understood what the point of that, and then Undertaker gets his thing. It was booked perfectly. It's like no one looks weak.
Yeah.
No one looks weak. It's like what if Chuck got jumped from behind? No one would. It would probably kill Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Because remember, on Walker, he caught on Walker every single time anybody tried to sneak from behind him, he'd catch him.
Yep.
So it's like it would have killed everything. People believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Top Rope Talk. Jacob, once again, give them the platforms.
We are on Facebook. We are on 2 sets of TikTok. We are on Instagram. We're on everything. We're on everything. We are on everything but Rumble, and I can make sure that happens. So we've got a lot of stuff going on, and we're gonna have a logo change pretty soon. So you're going to see it.
All right. Well, hey, for the pundits, for the pundit himself and the sports agent, I am Denzel Snipes. Tune in next Monday for our WWE Survivor Series War Games recap show. See you later. Enjoy the night.